I kind of feel like on the architectural digest videos when they're like candles and everything's like set up really perfectly, and then they kind of are like, it's not usually like this. Like the mint thing I've done a couple times, but I don't really do every day. Hello, welcome to Christine's channel, to my kitchen, Katie's kitchen. Our kale salad was such a taste sensation and a slight internet sensation, so we're back again, making another favorite recipe. It really is something that I eat all the time, ate so much last summer, made for Christine a lot last summer, and you loved it, so here we are. So the first thing that you need is a lot of fruit. So I always have a bowl of fruit in my kitchen. So I just get like a bunch of things in season. Right now, stone fruit is in season. So I got us some peaches and apricots. And then it's ideal, I think, if you can have things that are different colors because it makes it look nicer and then there's more flavor. So we'll use a kiwi today. I love Asian pears, so we might use a little bit of that. The first thing we do is cut up our fruit. So you can chop things like however you want to. I'm usually, again, pretty hungry when I come to the kitchen, so really loose about it. I'm not a chef clearly, so I don't really know how to chop things, so I just kind of finely do it. Or not that finely, I guess this would be. And then I like the peel of the kiwi, especially if you get an organic kiwi, but for some people, they really don't like it, so feel free to peel it or cut it off or keep it out. And that's the beauty of this. Just like with the kale salad, you can really make it however you want to make it. You can remove things. If you don't like any of this fruit, you can use different fruit. Whatever fruit's available and in season, I think is ideal. Asian pears are so good and they're so refreshing. I love putting a little bit of lemon and cinnamon and sea salt on one and just eating it plain.
It's the texture of like jicama.
Yes, which I also love. I mean, this is so quick. Like I make a version of this for myself, but I wouldn't use pretty much daily, but I would maybe use just like one or two things. I chop it pretty quickly. But it is fun to make for other people, and I think it would be really fun. You could have a bunch of different options for people based on what they eat and don't eat. Okay, we already.
Like a cereal bar.
Yeah, exactly. And then the berries, obviously, we can just toss those on there. These are super ripe and mushy. I just got them at Cookbook, and they're so good. I love when strawberries are look like they're on the verge of being expired when they're really, really dark and ripe. So we have two kinds of mint here. Regular mint probably has a name.
Spearmint.
A spearmint?
I think so.
And then this is called chocolate mint. My friend at Cookbook just told me about this. And I asked, I was like, which one's better for like something sweet? And both people working had a different answer, so I got both.
Yeah, nice.
I kind of feel like on the architectural digest videos when they're like candles and everything's like set up really perfectly, and then they kind of are like, it's not usually like this. Like the mint thing I've done a couple times, but I don't really do every day. You don't like this. But this is some dried fruit because I really like the texture and crunch of a dried fruit. These are gooseberries, I think, or no, golden berries, and it says on the container, nature's sour candy, which is really cool. So if you do like something sour or tangy, highly recommend. And then mulberries are my favorite. Okay, so let's grab our yogurt. The main component star of this program. So we have 3 different kinds here. This is my favorite coconut yogurt, but some people really don't like it. And I wanted to find this one, but I went to 3 different stores and they didn't have the big version of this one. This is the Harmless Harvest coconut yogurt. And then I love the sheep's yogurt. It's such a treat. They really have it in a lot of places, but I would buy this so often this summer that we had so many of these containers that I was like reusing as Tupperware that it looked like there was 7 containers of yogurt in our fridge, but it was just full of like kale salad and various leftovers. Okay, so you can mix your yogurt. You can do, one way, one another way. Maybe today we'll do a little mixture, but put a decent amount in. Okay, so then just nicely, or as nice or as not nice as you want. Again, you can be very loose with this. Pop some fruit on here. And maybe you will find you like small pieces, maybe you like larger pieces in your bite. I'm not fussed, as my friend Zoe says. You might want a sweetener, and I actually forgot to do this, but you might want a sweetener in the yogurt. I usually put like a drop of stevia in the yogurt, and I'll mix in some cinnamon. And you can also use honey. Like I have this honey from Beekeeper's Natural. I use this, it's like a cough syrup, but it's really nice and sweet. And sometimes I'll do, if I don't have a lot of fruit on hand, or I'm out, I'll put a scoop of jam on the top, and that will add a bit of sweetness. So just wanted to share that. And then I love these pumpkin seeds. This is my favorite brand that I always have on hand as like a snack. They're really satisfying. So I'll sprinkle some of these. I always need crunch. Like I always need there to be something crunchy. Oh, we forgot the mint. A little bit of mint on top. That's why for crunch, we've got a lot of options. We can use granola, classic. Sometimes I think with all of the fruit and all of the sweetness, a granola isn't necessarily what I want, so I'll put on like a little bit of musli. And then what I really love is something that's like what granola is made out of, something puffed. So I like these little sprouted buckwheat puffs, but this is my number one favorite thing to put on here, which is, so this is puffed kamut, and I think it's really tasty and good. I eat it with milk sometimes too. And so now I'm going to do a squeeze of lemon on top, and just be careful to not have seeds, but I think having that helps a little bit. I think that if I just had this, it would be so unsatisfying. So having a little bit of peanut butter, I take a spoon and just put a spoonful of peanut butter, and that makes it more filling. And there's something about having a spoonful of really good peanut butter with the cold yogurt, with the fruit. It's phenomenal, as we say. So I'll just like give it to someone. I would make this for people this summer, and I would just give it to someone like that with the peanut butter on the spoon. You could also kind of try to drizzle it on there, or just put like a scoop of it like that. That's how I make it for myself. And voila, as they say. That's basically it. Maybe adding a little bit more sea salt on top of there. First, like I said, scoop out the seeds, but you can use these again if you want to dry them out and bake them. And I did this once, and you can make like a pepper and grind them up like pepper and put them on top of things. So I just kind of slice it up like this underneath. And this one's not as ripe as I usually like them to be. Like this should be like a darker pink if it was really, really ripe, but it's ripe enough. Like you can tell you want it to be really, really mushy on the sides. And then I would just add my yogurt right on top, like a scoop of that. And this is great because it's like the very simple version of what we just did. I like the combination of blueberries and papaya a lot, but you can add any fruit that you like, but we'll just put some blueberries in. We have all of this, so why not? And then we'll use these buckwheat Crispies on top of this. Maybe we'll add a little bit more of the mint. I would do maybe a scoop of peanut butter, definitely cinnamon and sea salt, because you know what? That is the staple of this kitchen. And that's pretty much it with this too. You can be really as intricate with it as you want, or as simple. All right, I'm really gonna try to get a little bit of everything on this bite. It's terrible. Ew. Do we have a spit bucket? No, it's good. I would put more cinnamon and salt on this. So you really got to feel it out. But you know, that's just me. And there are people who really don't like those things. No, it's actually really good. It's really satisfying.
Ooh. Yeah, sweet, salty, crunchy.
Probably needs more salt.
Oh, this is perfect. I love this.
Good? Chef's kiss? Phenomenal?
Thank you.
Okay, I hope you try it. Grab a spoon, grab your favorite bowls, and give it a go. And let us know if you make this summer, if you make it for pals, if you make it for yourself, if you have any variations. We would love to know. We're always looking for suggestions. I feel like we learned so much from you about what we could add to the kale salad. I was very inspired, so I hope I get to see you make this. And we'll be back here in my kitchen for more very easy, simple recipes that are super satisfying.